Using spells? Well, I can't imagine why you would need to use spells in my classroom.
Today, we're breaking down exactly how she hides cruelty behind order, how she used Hogwarts like her own personal dictatorship, and her family's secrets that explain why she's like this. All right, riddle me this. How is it possible that we hate Dolores Umbridge more than the guy who literally murders people for fun? I mean, yeah, Voldemort is pretty much the equivalent of a magical terrorist, but Umbridge, she's the monster that actually exists in your world. She might be that teacher who smiled while giving you a detention, or the boss who wrote you up for breathing too loud. But the worst part of it all is her fake smile, phony giggles, and the fact that she has a face you just want to love. But here's the kicker. She's hiding a secret that pretty much nobody knows about. Yeah, and she lies about where she really comes from. And that makes her obsession with purity way darker than we thought. Most fans don't even know it because it never made it into the movies, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But first, we've got to talk about how she managed to use the color pink and kittens to terrorize every single person alive. Umbridge really is a special kind of awful, and she doesn't need flashy magic or an army of Death Eaters. She can ruin your life with rules and her phony, high-pitched voice. And you know her, and that's what makes her stick in your brain. She's the villain that we've all met. When she walks into Hogwarts, I mean, come on. It's like she's dressed for a freaking baby shower. Pink everywhere, plates of magical kittens, that fake cough. You just know you're gonna hate her. But the best part is it's all just camouflage. That girly, harmless look is full on bait, and it makes you drop your guard so that when the cruelty hits, it hits hard. And she uses that image to flip the script. Suddenly you're the problem. Oh, I'm not mean, I'm just enforcing the rules. No, Dolores, you look like what would happen if a flamingo and a Karen had a baby. And the kittens aren't cute, they're psychological warfare. And if you think that's bad, wait until you see how she turns the school's rulebook into her personal torture chamber. I mean, she bans actual Defense of the Dark Arts training.
There's nothing in here about using defensive spells?
Using spells?
Which means the students are pretty much literally defenseless against Voldemort and the rest of the death cult with matching tattoos. But eventually, she levels up to Hogwarts High Inquisitor, which is basically a dictator with clipboards and way too much free time.
Dolores Umbridge will, as High Inquisitor, have powers to address the seriously falling standards at Hogwarts School.
She fires anyone who doesn't kiss the pinky ring and plasters the walls with educational decrees. And every single decree is just one more way to strangle freedom within the school, right? Banning clubs, spying on students, even deciding what information is approved. And when she realized she can't be everywhere at once, this wackadoo built the Inquisitorial Squad to do her dirty work for her. But the worst weapon isn't a rule. It's something that she invented herself way back in 1994, and it's designed to make you bleed. You remember the black quill? Looks like a pretty much normal pen until you use it. Whatever the user writes would be carved into the back of their hand, and the blood from the words sliced into the hand would be magically siphoned and used as ink on the parchment. And this bitch just watches, smiles, sips her tea. I mean, what? And she's a full-time bigot. She wrote anti-werewolf laws so brutal that people like Remus Lupin couldn't get a job, no matter how qualified they were. She called centaurs half-breeds and treated them like animals, really. And as head of the Muggle-born Registration Commission, she ran literally fake trials where the verdict was already decided. And she dragged innocent witches and wizards in, accused them of stealing magic, yanking their wands from them, and pretty much tossing them straight into Azkaban. If you didn't know she ran trials like this, do me a favor, smash that like button. It tells me you're here for more deep dives into the villains you love to hate. But here's the twist. She's not just cruel for fun. She's cruel because She's hiding something about herself, and once you hear it, her obsession with purity makes perfect, messed up sense. If you've ever had a pink cardigan in your own life, drop your story down in the comments. I can guarantee you're not the only one. And make sure you're subscribed, because next time we're taking apart another villain you love to hate. So her dad was a low-level wizard at the ministry, right? Her mom was a muggle, and her brother was a squib. And she hated them for it. By age 15, she literally erased her mother and her brother from her life. She made up a fake pureblood family tree, tried to climb Hogwarts' social ladder and failed, and then spent her whole ministry career sucking up to bosses and stabbing coworkers in the back. She was chasing power like it was on clearance at Target, desperate to bury her own shame underneath those stupid pink cardigans, kitten plates, and other people's misery. We've all met her. She's that one person who literally lives to make your life worse. Not for world domination, just for the thrill of control. Voldemort wants to end the world. Umbridge wants to make every day of your life miserable. I don't know about you, but that one seems a little more scary to me. And listen, I've met a few real-life Umbridges in my time, and if you're stuck with one, here's how to keep your brain from melting, all right? First, document everything, because paper trails are your shield when dealing with rule-obsessed manipulators. Second, set clear boundaries. Keep interactions short, direct, and on your terms. And finally, don't play their game. They thrive on reaction, so staying calm robs them of that power. And trust me, they hate that. It's easier said than done, but every time you refuse to give them the reaction they want, you win. Oh, and if you want to keep going down this rabbit hole, check out the rest of the Psychology of Movie Villains playlist right here. There's a whole lineup of characters whose twisted minds are just begging to be pulled apart. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.